My Hero, The Strongest Hero is a mobile game that shows a ton of potential as a gacha RPG for portable devices. With graphics and gameplay of much higher quality than similar games available on the mobile market alongside a massive IP like My Hero, you would expect the game to thrive for a very long time. So far in the game's short lifespan, it's performed well enough for both fans of gacha games generally, as well as for fans of the series who have wanted a My Hero gacha game released somewhere outside of Japan. However, since launch, I've noticed a few problems that might hold the game back from competing with the other top dogs in gacha. In its current state, I don't believe My Hero, The Strongest Hero, can remain as sustainable as something like Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, a game approaching its 7th active year. Strongest Hero lacks the ability to provide robust and engaging expansions similar to games like Genshin Impact, as well as lacks the ability to introduce wild crossover events similar to games like Grand Cross. Where Strongest Hero shines is in its unique approach to character design. Each hero feels unique to play and feels like the same hero from the anime and the manga. Ironic enough, then, that the area in which My Hero The Strongest Hero actually finds a success also happens to be the area where most of its issues stem from. The core issue deals with how the game uses their units or heroes. Their current system isn't built to last, and without proper refinements, we could see the game dying much quicker than anyone may have anticipated. Before I make any arguments, one main thing to remember is that this game is less than a year old. It's still very new in terms of player feedback and refining their game. When comparing this game to the other successful gachas like Dokkan and Dragon Ball Legends, the important thing to note is that these games have had multiple years to change their game for the better. In Dokkan's case, they've had 6. Multiple big updates have come out that bring new systems and mechanics that aim to fix the current issues stemming within the game. It would be intriguing to see this game 3 or 4 years from now and see how well the game has improved if it even makes it that far. Nonetheless, I'm going to use this video as a way to start a discussion and provide feedback since I do enjoy the game and I do wish for it to succeed. The way The Strongest Hero is designed is very formulaic. Now, most gachas have the same general formula of banner release with a new character, then an upgrade system, which provides a bulk of the content for a set window of time until the next character releases. However, Strongest Hero is designed completely around upgrading characters. Strongest Hero uses their system of upgrading their heroes over a longer period of time as their main source of content. This turns the game into a grind to make all your heroes' battle power go up almost endlessly. In layman's terms, make number go up. While this concept could work on paper, there needs to be endgame content to utilize high BP units in and a big pool of characters to take these characters into, in order to promote longevity within their own game. There can be 12 versions of Goku within games like Dokkan and Legends since they can pass off as multiple transformations as new cards. The way My Hero designs its characters doesn't really allow for multiple releases of the same character. The way that The Strongest Hero designs their heroes is with very unique movesets that make each character feel faithful to the anime. If they were to release different versions of these characters, it can be a hurdle to make them feel different from their previous versions. Take My Hero One's Justice 2, for example. That game released 2 different versions of Shigaraki and 3 versions of Deku alone. Another core issue is that the only way to acquire new characters is through the game's summoning system. Recruiting, like in most gachas, works like this.
I'm gonna make this. Oh, please, please, God, someone, please. Let me do this, let me do this, let me do this. Yes! 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 No! 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 Fuck!
The hypest characters will release on banner, and players use premium currency to roll chances at that said character. The problem lies in the fact that this is the only way The Strongest Hero makes new characters acquirable. They've shown some open-mindedness with the addition of a free daily recruit banner, as well as with these characters like Ojiro and Mina releasing alongside a battle pass. But the only other way to get new heroes is through the recruiting system. It seems that they are saving most characters from the My Hero Academia property for these recruit banners, but the devs have to know that not all characters from the manga and show are banner-worthy. Take a hero like Death Arms, for example, whose model is already in the game. Most players would guess that he will probably not make an appearance as a playable character. The game cannot last multiple years if this is the only way the devs plan to release new heroes, even if they start to add heroes that are more or lesser known from the series. It's also unrealistic to say that they can rely on the manga to provide new characters at the rate the game releases new banners. The game would also find success by finding a way to introduce free-to-play characters. The Battle Pass already provides a way to get a character for free, but it can't be the only way. The game tries to use the support card system as a way to put lesser-known characters into the game like Mount Lady and Gran Torino, but these are characters that could be fully designed and playable. While some could argue that these characters are summon-worthy, I'm just going to use them as examples of potential free-to-play candidates. One idea that I came up with uses the already implemented Hero Trials system, which is just a stage that you can do for Resident Shards each day. Fast and easy, however, limited to a certain number of attempts per day. A possible idea could be Event Hero Trials. During a specified event time, players could do a hero trial each day to slowly acquire a hero, for example, like Gran Torino. The event would still have a certain number of attempts, and it would only be available for a certain number of days during the event window. While their kits or stats might not be as optimal for high-level content, the main appeal is that they're free and easy to acquire dupes for. The devs don't have to give players a free Triple S Plus character per se, but letting us farm a character 3 times a day to get a hero to S or SS would be a cool idea, even if they need to spread the release out over a few event periods throughout the year. The remaining shards needed to get these free-to-play heroes to Triple S Plus could be put into the general recruit pool or in the event shop, however the game devs deem players can acquire them. While these characters may not be big names or have flashy abilities, it would allow for players to add more characters into their box and give more units to devote time into upgrading for. It directly plays into the game's well-established formula while also improving our overall experiences in the long run. The only hurdle being that the game devs will be needing to keep up to standards when designing these new heroes. There are numerous other ways to add more free heroes into the game that would make it easier to introduce not only less popular characters, but introduce more content for players to do as well. New character shards can be acquirable via PvP, although that's another beast altogether. They could implement a Prime Battle system, similar to Dokkan, whereon upon grinding and beating incredibly hard events or missions, you acquire the shards to recruit a top-tier unit, like the Aizawa challenges from launch. Make acquiring new characters accomplished by beating hard content alongside summoning. Literally the same day as I'm recording this audio, My Hero the Strongest Hero's Twitter account revealed an announcement would be given during the My Hero World Mission panel, which is the newest movie release in Japan for My Hero Academia at New York City Comic-Con. I expected this announcement to be rather small, and some events here and there tied to the movie seemed to be most likely. To my surprise, though, they announced much more than that. An announcement for in-game events tied to the movie was revealed, like most people would predict. To my surprise, however, they announced Bakugo, Deku, and Todoroki's stealth costumes would be added to the game, but these costumes are accompanied with new combat moves and ultimate abilities that are taken straight from the movie. This is exactly the change that I think the game needs. This allows for different variations of characters that have already been released, which would massively help to change the already established formula of the game. The article ended with the devs teasing Black Whip for Deku, which really has me excited. Depending on how hard the devs plan to expand on the costume variation idea, it could really turn the tide on a game that was beginning its downfall. Imagine grinding the game for a costume of 100% Deku with Eri on his back, or a version of All Might that has the United States of Smash. That would bring tons of hype back to the game, and I'm fully on board for as much expansion to the costume system as possible. This is a huge step in the right direction, and it's actually what inspired me to come back and finally finish the script and video. Originally, the costume idea was something I just proposed as a potential solution, but with the announcement that it's actually happening, it made me super hyped for what was to come. This is how you bring your player base back and continue to bring exciting new things to your game without changing fundamental parts of your game's formula. With no release date set yet for when the costumes will go live in-game, it's time to play the waiting game yet again. But like good gachas, they hype up the content that is coming, so every day waiting for them to release is like waiting for Christmas throughout the entire month of December. And the next character is Best Jeanist!